This week on Dear Bros, sibling weight loss.
And don't you hate it when friends make relationship mistakes? Stay tuned.
Yes.
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day. Oh, yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Bro Down Podcast. I'm Andy Smith.
And I'm Tim Fulton.
This is Dear Bros.
Dear Bros.
Dear Bros. Dear Bros is where we rip some advice columns, and then we just try to give our own little bro advice, which is totally unprofessional and probably not good. First up is my topic.
That's incorrect. That's why you're talking first, because I go first.
Oh, okay. First up is Tim's topic.
Friends' romantic mistakes. Can you click on the second tab, please?
Yes, sir.
So the actual title is called Friend Cringes as Cheating Boyfriend Tries to Win Woman Back. That was a tongue twister, too.
Hold on. Let me just read the title so I get what. Friend cringes cheating. So this is about the cheating boyfriend's friend.
So listen to the question.
Okay. I'm just trying to get it from so I know what the fuck is going on. That's a little confusing. So go ahead.
It was a little bit of a tongue twister. All right, so it goes. Dear Abby, my friend just ended a relationship with her boyfriend of over 2 years that had progressed to them moving in together. About 8 months ago, she found out he was having an online relationship, but they talked it out and decided to give it another try. Now, after learning, the entire screen just changed.
Yeah.
Now, after learning he has another woman on the line, she kicked him out. Abby, he is working to get her back, and she seems to want to give him another chance. I think it's a losing game for her and more disappointment down the line. My question is, how honest should I be about my unwillingness to go along with giving him a third chance? It seems like this leopard won't change his spots. Crystal Ball in Missouri.
Okay, a couple things I'm confused about. Number one, I'm still confused about who the person writing in is in relations to the person.
The friend. So
whose friend?
The woman's friend.
Oh, the woman's friend.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, she should have not been on board with it to begin with.
Yeah, I don't really see how much of a question is here. Be vocal about.
And yeah, right? That's not like a no-brainer.
Yeah. I thought that this was actually going to be a lot deeper than it ended up being, but there really isn't too much of a question here. She's making a mistake. Be vocal about her making a mistake. Don't let her do it.
What is an online relationship?
I don't know, man. It's friggin' 2020.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Like he's just talking to women online?
Yeah, but so a lot of relationships now start as online relationships because there's so many.
So he's like fucking around with like just random people on like dating websites or something.
That's how I would take it. If he was just talking to like someone he knew on like Facebook or something, that'd be completely different.
Yeah,
but I take it as like he's on like websites.
Yeah, if he's trying to find hoes, then yeah, you gotta goes.
I want to make fun of you, but that rhyme was in the back of my head, and if you didn't say it, I was going to.
Yeah. So, yeah, the friend. Why is it that like guys can just be like no to their friend and girls can't?
I don't know. I think it's that whole like you have to be like. Girls play the Game of Thrones. Guys don't.
Yeah,
we really don't.
Like this doesn't make sense to guys. I don't think. Like this whole like question about. I feel like if it was your guy friend, you'd be like, dude, what are you doing? You'd be a fucking idiot. You gonna go back with her? She just cheated on you twice. And it'd be like, yeah, but and then you'd be like, all right, dumbass, whatever. Let's play video games now because clearly you don't want to listen.
Yeah.
Like that would be the whole thing.
Yeah, it would be the whole thing. And it's super disappointing when you see someone make those kind of mistakes, though.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things where, like, you can see it and you know what's unraveling and you can be as super vocal about it as you want to be.
I've been the dumbass.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
People going to be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I've been stupid. You've been stupid. I won't be stupid.
Pretty stupid. Not here, but, like, I've been that guy before.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have been that guy before. But...
Not the cheater, but the cheated who won't listen.
Cheated.
Yeah.
Ditto. Because, and you're just dumb. You know you're being dumb. You know that you're fucking, you know what I mean? Like in the back of your head, you're like, what the fuck am I doing? But like for whatever reason, your stupid animal brain or your dumb lizard brain or whatever fucking brain, you just like, oh, well, maybe. Yeah, no.
In for a penny, in for a pound. We'll keep trying. He'll change.
Yeah, the friends got to just tell her, at least so she can just clear her conscience about it. I wouldn't be able to. I've always told my friends exactly what I thought of their significant other.
Yeah, and like,
unless I'm not really good friends with them.
Yeah, that's different. But
But
like,
my friends, yeah.
imagine having like one of your buddies like be cheated on twice, and then they get back together, and then you have to see that girl around all the time.
Yeah, that's a weird thing.
That's a weird thing.
It's a weird thing with and I try to do this like as much as possible, but it's hard because like, you know, some people like complain all the time to their friends and whatever about their relationships, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
But one thing that happens is a lot of people that are hearing the gripes, they end up not liking that other person for shit that's not even involved with them. But then they, you know, the relationship, they kiss and make up, but the other person's just left with all these stories about the other person that they don't like.
Yeah.
And then it's like when those two people kiss and make up, the friend's sitting there like, I still don't like them. And you're like, well, why? And you're like, because you told me all the crap. Yeah. It's hard to be like not biased.
It is hard to not be biased.
Yeah. You almost have to like remove yourself as their friend emotionally to a certain extent and just be like this void friend, because that's what I would suggest for this person, because no matter what she says, her friend's probably still going to get back together with this dude.
I agree.
But she can't get pissed at her for that.
Yeah. And more importantly, if she does get back with the guy and it does go south, she'll need like that whole like support system, gotta help your buddy type thing. So
Yeah.
like you don't want to be like, you stupid bitch, I'm not okay with this. And then for her to turn around and not feel okay to come back to you.
Yeah, and you almost have to do like, you can do the I told you so, but you got to do it in like a
nice way.
like a busting balls, like, hey, like I'm here for you, like maybe listen to me next time, jerk off kind of thing. But she can't be like, I fucking like, you can't do that because they're in a different world.
Yeah.
They're wrapped up in it emotionally. Yeah. So yeah, I would say give the advice, speak your piece so that you don't have to worry about it, but don't get mad at her for either decision. It's not like he's being abusive in like a physical way. He's being abusive in an emotional way because he's cheating on her.
Yeah.
But like, I look at that as like a different kind of abuse than like a physical kind of thing. But again, like I would just say, you know, she's got to learn this. Sounds like her friend's got to learn this lesson to like leave the fuck boys alone.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's see what the ad says. Dear Crystal Ball, if you haven't already expressed your feelings to your friend and she asked you for your opinion, be fully honest regarding your concerns about her ex-boyfriend's character. I agree that having cheated on her not once but twice, the likelihood of him doing it again is almost guaranteed. That said, you can't live your friend's life for her, and some people are slow to learn. Yeah. The only thing I don't know if I agree with it. She says, and she asked your opinion.
Yeah, I'm looking at this and like there's different levels of friends, right?
That's true too.
You have like your best friends where you don't basically have to have them ask your opinion. You can be like, hey, dude, listen, you don't have to take whatever, but this is how I see it. This is what it is. You know, I'm not going to get mad at you because it's unconditional.
Yeah.
So they know that they're not going to take it the wrong way if they're one of your best friends. People that you're like kind of friends with, that I agree with. Don't fucking open your mouth about some serious shit unless they're pressing you for an answer. Because if you don't know somebody super, super, super well, it could come off the wrong way and too aggressive or like whatever.
They'll be more likely to write you off than they are the boyfriend.
It just also comes off as like not friendly.
Yeah.
Or like negative or whatever.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, if it's your best friend or one of your best friends and the friendship is like been established to where like that's an okay thing, then I don't think you need to ask them you have to wait for them to ask. You can kind of offer it up to a certain extent.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. All right, we're swapping gears here. Andy,
Okay.
what do you dear, bro?
I have sibling chooses words carefully to help her obese sister. Okay, so, dear Abby, my husband's sister My husband's sister. Now I'm confused about my own.
Sister-in-law. Okay.
Yeah. My husband's sister is morbidly obese, and we are very concerned about her health. We know her weight is a delicate topic, but if she were drowning in a lake instead of fat, we would try to throw her some kind of lifeline. We feel compelled to express our concern about her health. We know that how this approach can make a big difference. I can't read today. We both feel that she would benefit by seeing a counselor to confront life issues that may have caused her overeating. Can you please suggest a way to phrase it? We love her and want her to live a long, healthy life. Scared for sister-in-law.
So this is a really touchy subject because a lot of people will immediately get offended and other people will come to their aid and be like, oh, you're fat shaming, blah, 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 blah. But I love the way that this woman wrote in and how she phrased things already, because she clearly is saying it from a health point of view completely, and she makes valid comparisons. If the woman was drowning, we would want to save her. It's not a one-for-one comparison, but in a sense, yeah, she is drowning, just in a different way. She's killing herself. So you vocalizing you need to change something, I think, is really important. How do you phrase that?
Yeah, I think that most people who have a family member or a friend who they think has an issue with eating or weight or whatever feel like this.
Yeah.
They look at it like it's not about like our opinion of like how you look. It's about like, I want you to be healthy. I don't want you to have health problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you get older or whatever. But the issue, I think, is a lot of the times when this stuff comes up, it's not phrased properly, or it's not approached properly, or people take it the wrong way and become combative, which is totally understandable because it's not an easy thing, right?
No, it's not.
Because, no issue that someone's having to confront them about it or with it is an easy thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it's an issue. It's a problem, right? So it's not rooted in good things. It's usually rooted in negative things.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of like open up all those doors with the demons, and you're going to unheave some nasty shit.
One of the problems that I see with this is that a lot of people who are obese, and I mean like truly obese, we're not talking obviously like 5, 10, 20 vanity pounds here. We're talking like truly health concerning issues, is that they turn around and they're like, you don't think I realize this? Are you stupid? And I like to compare this kind of health issue with drug addiction, because for all intents and purposes, it is an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to treat it not as, oh, we think you fat. You have to treat it as, we think you have a problem that you're in over your head on.
Yeah.
I don't know how you phrase that properly.
I think,
although she does say we think she should get a coach for life counseling. I think that's smart.
well, I think that any type, just like with any drug or alcohol problem, like therapy probably would be beneficial.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I also think it would be, the main whole thing is like any other issue. Like the person has to want to do it. They got to want to do it. Like if you're drunk, you got to want to get sober. If you, whatever your thing is, you got to want to do it.
Yeah.
So I think the best thing to do is just let the person know that you're in support of it, that you want it for them. If you need anything to help them, and maybe like give some, like have like a couple different avenues that they could possibly go, because just like with any other addiction or whatever, there's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Some people need to do different things to get off of the addiction, right? Some people switch alcohol for coffee, and instead of drinking themselves to death, they drink a lot of coffee. But there's weird things that like some people need to replace it with something else. But I think having like the full support and just getting the point across that we're not looking at you like you're not, like you're an outsider or like you're saying anything different. We're all in support of this because we care about you.
Yeah.
Just like if you saw somebody doing something that was unhealthy in any other facet, you'd want to say something to be like, hey, look, I don't think it's good that you do cocaine 6 times a week or whatever. But yeah, I don't know exactly how to phrase it. I think that's way different person to person.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Because
Even gender, I think
Yeah,
it's
'cause
different.
some people might be a lot more combative than other people. Some people might get depressed about it and like revert inwards. I think one of the things you might want to suggest doing is I think this person already has the right temperament for it. So I think no matter how they address it, it's going to be in the relative zone of correctness.
Yeah.
So I would put in just like ideas of like, we'll be there to help you. Like if you do this, we'll do it with you. Or if you do this, maybe I'll give up something that I know isn't right for me. Like maybe someone's a smoker. Just throwing an example.
Yeah, that could possibly be a solution. I think also too, though, it's important to establish that the person has to. This is a journey for the person.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, it could be a collective journey, but at the end of the day, they're the one that's leading the vanguard.
Yeah.
They're holding the banner.
Yeah.
It's all on them.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to hear that trumpet horn off, though.
Huh?
You need to hear that trumpet horn off, though, even if you're leading the brigade.
Yes. So, I think, I think that's a good motivator to do it, is to do it with somebody else. But again, like some people, I've had friends and these are all guy friends, and they weren't like morbidly obese, but they were a good 60, 70 over what they should have been.
They could lose a couple, yeah.
Yeah, but there was a trajectory that didn't stop. It was kept going. But the thing is, I knew them pretty well, and I knew that basically being like, sweetie, I'm here. That wasn't gonna work.
Yeah.
I needed to just be like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, but
what are you doing?
With
a weird blunt crowd. To the point, dude, no one else is gonna tell you this because everyone else doesn't want to hurt your feelings, and I get that. But again, like the previous one, you know me well enough to know that if I'm saying this, I'm not saying it to make fun of you or whatever. I'm saying it because I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And that ended up being one of the factors that helped out and got the people back on track. But again, that's very person to person. You can't approach everyone like that because not everyone responds well to that.
Yeah.
Just like athletes. Some athletes you need to coddle and tell them they're the best in the world all the time. Some of them you need the opposite. You need to tell them that they're not good so they want to get better. So this is they can only answer some of those questions.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm going to say it again. I think the temperament is right. So I think whatever that they come up with might be the best solution, but I think they have to come up with the answer.
Yeah, they're attacking it from the best possible
avenue,
position.
Yes.
Like from the heart. They're attacking it in a positive manner. Whether the execution is good remains to be seen. But
let's see what Abs has to say.
Okay. Dear Scared, your sister-in-law is well aware that she is dangerously heavy, so this is a subject you can address only without causing a rift in the family. Only once without causing a rift in the family. The message might be accepted better if it came from her brother, and it should be phrased something like this. I hope you know how much I love you. My wife and I are deeply concerned about your weight because we're afraid we might lose you. If there is an issue that has caused this, would you consider talking to a counselor about them? If your doctor can't refer you to someone qualified, we can ask ours for some names. And if what I said is hurtful, I sincerely apologize and hope you'll forgive me. I won't want to bring up the subject again. I kind of agree with the fact that she's talking about bringing it up only once, only because think about it like this. Remember when you were younger, if your parents told you took out the garbage for the night? You'd be like, okay. If you didn't do it in an hour and they came back and told you again, even if you took out the garbage, in your head, you're like, I don't want to fucking take out the garbage now. I told them I'd fucking do it, and now I don't want to fucking do it. Because it's like everyone does things at their own pace.
Yeah.
That's a very simplified version of that, but some people might be, gathering their banners and trying to figure out a game plan, or maybe it just takes a couple X amount of time periods to sink in with the message or whatever. But I think if it's more of a harping, I think it's going to, and it'll end up making the person stick to their guns and be like, well, now I don't want to change, out of a defense mechanism.
Yeah. You don't want to berate them and make it feel
feels like you're attacking them.
Yeah. Jinx.
Yeah. So I think I agree with that part. over a certain period of time. Obviously, if 5 years goes by and nothing changed, you might want to bring it up again.
Yeah.
But,
I agree.
I don't think it should be like a, hey, 2 days has gone by. Hey, what the fuck? Like,
what you doing?
yeah, you can't do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Good advice, Abs. Abby always gives good advice. You should go check her out for yourselves by looking up Dear Abby out on the Google webs or whatever search engine that you guys are using these days. We don't like to just rip advice columns from her. We want to give her props too. And we don't always want to rip advice column questions from her. You guys can submit questions of your own by going to brodownpro.com. There's a big banner right when you log in. You click it, and you're able to anonymously ask a question that we will answer live on the air. We'll give you a heads up on when it airs, but other than that, it's completely and utterly anonymous. Don't forget to go to Brodown Pro for all of your Brodown needs. I've been Tim Fulton, signing off. Good night, Seattle. Or Washington. Or New York.
Jersey. Good night, Jersey.
Good night, Tokyo.
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking